My stepfather, Jeffrey Morrison, installed a new security camera pointed directly at my window. At first, I thought he was protecting me. Then I saw the footage on his phone. He smiled when I confronted him. That was the moment I knew. He wasn't just creepy. He was dangerous. 2 years later, he's locked away, and I finally sleep without fear. Back when I trusted Jeffrey, I believed his warnings about our neighbor Thomas. He said Thomas was creepy, dangerous even. I nodded, too scared to question him. But things started changing. Jeffrey began locking my door from the outside at night, always with an excuse. My mom said he was being protective. I remember hugging my teddy bear, wondering why safety felt so much like prison. That was the first time I doubted his love. He used to bring me ice cream after yelling at Mom, like sugar could erase screams. Once, he found me talking to Thomas over the fence and dragged me inside by the arm, whispering threats. My mom said I misunderstood him. I tried to believe her, but Thomas gave me a small book once, a journal, and told me to write what scared me. I did, every night. That journal became my only truth. Jeffrey's touches got bolder. His hugs lingered. His accidental walks in on me changing became frequent. I told my school counselor, but she called my mom instead of the police. Mom said I was hormonal. I felt sick. One day, Thomas slipped a note in my mailbox. Write everything, I believe you. I cried that night, not because I was scared, but because someone finally believed me. Still, I wondered, would anyone ever actually protect me? Jeffrey caught me writing in my journal once. He ripped out pages, screamed that I was making him look bad. I backed into a corner, shaking. He left bruises, small but enough. I showed my teacher, who reported it. CPS came, but Jeffrey smiled through the whole visit. He said I had nightmares, a vivid imagination. Nathaniel, the social worker, lingered. He asked questions others didn't, but could one man against Jeffrey change anything at all? After CPS left, Jeffrey locked my journal in a safe, said if I lied again, he'd make it real. I didn't sleep that night. But Thomas knocked on our back window, whispered to me. He handed me a small recorder, just in case, he said. I hid it inside my teddy bear. That moment gave me hope, but also fear. If Jeffrey ever found it, I knew he'd destroy it. And maybe me with it. Mom started blaming me for their fights, said I was tearing the family apart. I screamed back for the first time. Jeffrey smirked like he'd won. That night, I recorded him yelling, threatening, promising to fix me. The audio wasn't perfect, but it was something. Nathaniel returned for a follow-up. I handed him the recorder in a shaking fist. He listened, jaw tightening. We'll need more, he said quietly. I wanted to believe that meant help. Nathaniel began visiting more, asking questions when Jeffrey wasn't around. He even talked to Thomas. Mom warned me not to say too much, said they'd take me away. But being taken away sounded like freedom. Thomas gave Nathaniel my backup journal, the one I hid in his shed. Still, I worried Jeffrey had friends in high places. Would any of this matter, or would I end up silenced, just another kid no one really listened to?